Hi viewers, so today I have Lady Suzan Nakedi, who is a semi-finalist of the Miss Bachelorette South Africa. I am so proud of you, Suzan.
Thank you.
For making it this far. So I'm just gonna welcome you to Coming Out Unscathed, my YouTube channel. You know that I'm fighting the cause of gender-based violence, and the reason why I invited you is because Miss Bachelorette South Africa is fighting against gender-based violence and femicide. So I'm definitely interested in this whole thing. So just take me through your journey. How did this begin? Why were you interested in joining Miss Bachelorette South Africa?
Okay. Hi everyone. So what happened is I actually saw this Miss Bachelorette's online somehow looking for it, and I read as what is it they're looking at, and then what is they're interested at. I realized, well, these guys are actually looking for a woman who's over 25 up until 50 years.
Wow.
An unmarried woman for that matter. And they don't care about your body shape, they don't care about your height, everything just goes. And that is what actually made me to be more motivated that, no, I really need to do this. Because from my bring up, I was actually doing the beauty pageants, and I was like, oh wow, now it's taking me back to where I come from. Let me do this. Since after 25, you are not actually in the
you
don't qualify anymore, and this was an opportunity. And what interested me the most was as I was reading, as what actually the Miss Bachelorette is after is the gender-based violence, and I was like, oh wow, this is so interesting.
Yeah.
And I was like, we women, we need to stand, and then we really need to fight for this gender-based. And the other thing that they were talking about was these unmarried women who thinks that I can't do it without the man. You need to know in that you can do it without the man. You can raise your kid without. There's a lot of things that you can do.
Yeah.
And most married women actually respect an unmarried woman when they see them doing things on their own.
Wow, lovely. I love the sound of that. So now tell me, the rate of GBV, like you've said, in South Africa is very high. So what do you think is the cause, in your own view?
Mamsi, this is so sad. I think for me the cause is the absence of a parent, especially the father figure.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because I've got a daughter myself.
Yeah.
Which the father is alive, is there, but the presence of the father is not really there. And I've picked up the anger that she has because of the support structure that she's not receiving from the father.
How old is she?
She's now 19.
Oh, okay.
And talking about that, you look at our young boys out there who doesn't have a father figure, and they've got their mothers. Yes, mothers, we're doing all our best. But once a child is triggered, but certain things that, at school, some kids and there you go, you don't have a father.
Yeah.
And your father, is there, is alive. Mara, supporter is not there. It's like you are one just child who's just a mistake, and to my belief, it's no child who's a mistake in life. The experience, still they're experiencing with the maybe other family members when they don't give them that father love.
Yeah.
That becomes a problem to our kids. So it's the upbringing of our kids that actually is.
So they don't feel loved, they don't feel
exactly
like they were ever wanted to start with. So yeah, I absolutely understand what you mean. There's a lot of absent fathers in our country, and they really need to step it up. So how do you think we can remedy this situation?
I think it has to start with an individual. When as a father, when you have a child out there, even as a mother out there, because you can be there and still be absent.
Absolutely.
You can be in a family where but another part is not there. Or you are parents, but then you are never there, both of you. So a child only that anger. So the thing is, can we show our children that we are here for them? we want, especially as the African people, we hardly tell our kids how much we love them. We hardly tell our kids that you can make it without. You can. When a child at least as I go and this is the problem that I'm experiencing, maybe at school for that matter.
Yes.
When about but once or let me take a step on this thing, so it comes to an end. One now will feel that love. Or my mother loves me, my father loves me.
Yes.
If they can stand up for me on this specific thing, that means I have somebody to trust on.
Yeah.
But then if they can stand on themselves, they're gonna end up doing wrong things out there.
Yeah.
And when it's already broken, how are you going to mend it together?
Absolutely. You have a very point there. And I remember the last time we spoke, you were actually interested in going to schools to talk to teenage girls.
Yes.
Can you elaborate more on that? What is it that you want to impart to these young people?
There's one thing that I have actually looked at. High school. We had this period. They call it the guidance period. The old people will know what we are talking about.
Okay.
So the guidance teacher, because thing, and some of the time they will ask me to go around the classes, maybe to talk to kids or somebody who has a problem and stuff like that. I didn't know why.
Okay.
Somehow they enjoyed to talk to me, the kids and both teachers. So one day this teacher said, listen, I'm gonna pick one kid or kids on a problem and talk to this child,
Okay.
And in my head I was like, I'm a child myself. What am I going to say?
How am I going to assist?
But then it came to a point where, you know what? Once an adult or so, that means they have picked up a potential in you or something. That is why they're giving you this specific task to take to. Then that's how it started. And then I just let it go. As I grew up, I looked at other things.
Okay.
Now, as time goes by, this thing started hitting me again. You know what? And I'm worried about these kids. There was this thing that actually hit me straight. It came straight to me and it hit me. I was watching Moja Love. There's the teenagers who were pregnant at the age of 15 or so. I was ahead with that, and you think, I've got a daughter. Imagine your daughter and she's pregnant.
At the age of 15?
At the age of 15.
Yeah.
You were expecting at that time, she played high or concentrated on things that age high at the time. At the same time, or concentrated on other things. Then I realized, we need to talk to our kids.
We definitely need to give them attention.
Yeah, I'm so interested to talk to these kids because they don't have, the self-esteem. And then ufila into a certain group just to fit in and what's wrong. For what, for who, nobody knows, but it's just for her to make sure as long as I can fit in. But then once you fit in, you can feel when deep down in your heart,
this is
don't belong. This is not me, but I'm doing it for the fact of. So that's why getting the presence here, it's very much important.
Yes.
Now when we think they can advise us in everything, but then not every time. Some we grew up every time when you are reprimanded, this is how the reprimanding has to go, this route. Only to find out it's not always like that. It's the manner that you are using when you talk to your child.
Absolutely.
Okay, when I'm reprimanding my child in this way, you don't understand. And again, let us leave that thing. It's not working. Tap into this time, the 2000 years of Mandela kids. Type of move on or understand that the way they are growing because it's not the way we grew up. And then also understand that you go so okay, she's fitting in, she understands us.
Now that's actually interesting because as I was driving here, I was listening to Metro FM and there's a lady who called in and spoke about how she ended up in an abusive marriage because of how she was raised. So she spoke about how her mother used to, physically, assault her when she was a child. And now she ended up in this relationship with an abusive man. And when she consulted with a psychologist, she was able to pinpoint the fact that you were comfortable with the abuse because this is how you grew up. This is what love means to you. So it's very important that as parents we are mindful of how we speak to our children and how we react when they've done something wrong. Like you said, we must understand them. We tend to want to repeat our parents' mistakes because we think if my mom did it this way and I came out well, I should be able to do it to my kids as well, which is absolutely wrong, because we need to be able to learn from their mistakes and tell ourselves that we're going to do better. So speaking of such, do you have any experience regarding GBV, personal experience that you would like to share with us?
Well, at this moment, I won't really tell you. I won't really tell you the first.
Anything that you're comfortable to share.
Yeah.
Anything that you feel is worth sharing and you think will probably impact someone, out there.
Earlier on as we were talking, we were touching base on this. I realized for GBV is not only about the physical, the emotions as well. Sometimes people say things to you just to make you feel you are not. I was touching Kere, I had this ex-boyfriend of mine who used to laugh at me and it has to make up because it was funny to him.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't put on makeup. I should be as natural because his mother never used makeup and his sisters never used makeup. So for me to put on makeup, it was something funny. I took it very personal. It didn't sit well with me, And I ended up saying, if you're not going to accept me for who I am, then we're going to have to part ways, because I'm not going to sit here and try to make you happy, whereas I know myself, I'm not happy myself.
Yeah.
So if I have to sit there and expecting or thinking, I wonder what is he going to say today, I'm having a red lipstick on. Yeah. Maybe he's going to tell me how red my lips are, I must just wipe off those things. And I'm like, no. So that's why I decided, you know what, I have to have a mechanism. Once I can hear motor as like something is negative towards me, I withdraw from those people very fast.
Very fast. I like the approach. I like that because a lot of women tend to lose their sense of being for a man. We lose ourselves, because my man or my husband doesn't like short dresses, therefore I have to wear like long dresses and so forth. They don't like weaves, It's very important to set very clear boundaries in terms of you as a woman to say, this is who I am, I love this, I love makeup, and if you really do love me, you wouldn't want to change me into something that I'm not. So I like that you are talking about this experience, as minor as you may think it is, because it's makeup and someone will think it's it's nothing big. It's actually a very big thing, because it starts with makeup. Tomorrow it's, I don't like your hair, you have to change your hairstyle. And then the next minute you wake up, you're a totally different person.
True.
Do you get my point?
True.
Okay, so what is your message to perpetrators of GBV? What would you like to say to them?
When you wake up in the morning and you know what is it that you do to another human being, ask yourself this question. If it was done to you, how would you feel? I always use this motto: do unto me as you would like to be done unto others.
Absolutely.
Understand? So here, you are busy abusing. You are busy. It doesn't matter whichever form. Try to think about it and turn the tables, pointing back at you, and ask yourself: is this really what I would love to live with every day? It might not be you, it might be somebody close to you. When I was at college, my rector said, they were talking about HIV at the time, and then he said, you might not be affected, but somebody in your family or somebody very close to you might be.
Absolutely.
The same applies to those people out there. Have a conscience. Everybody does have a conscience. Once you do this, that means your conscience is dead.
Absolutely.
So have your conscience back to you. here was something like this, just know hore, it might not be you, but it might be somebody else, and it will hit you so hard you won't even think of it.
That's a beautiful message. So, how are we able to support you now in this journey of you becoming Miss Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Because we are rooting for you. We really want you to win this thing. So, please tell our listeners out there how they can support you. Is there any way we can vote if there's such a platform? And you spoke about funds earlier on. You need funding. So, please tell our people out there how they can fund you in this.
Okay, so Miss Bachelorette, right now, I'm on all social medias, your Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter.
Okay.
So every time when I post, please say something.
What is your handle? What's your Instagram handle? What's your Facebook?
So my Instagram is Suzan D.
Okay.
Nakedi.
Okay.
Me. And then Facebook, it's Nakedi Suzan Nakedi. That's where you'll find me.
Mm-hmm.
So go there, please, guys, and find me there.
Okay.
So far, the voting, we're not voting as yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the liking and the following, that will actually help a lot. And as for sponsorship, this type of pageants, they are not really sponsored. So that's why Miss Bachelorette, the CEO, mentioned to us that the reason she came up with this, she realized that South Africa, it's really going through BGV, and then it's not a good thing. So that's why she decided to go through this route, and then to encourage the single women that you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Don't think that getting married is when you've got all the crown in your head. No. Without that ring on your finger, you can definitely do it in life,
Yeah.
So now we need sponsors. We have to sponsor this Miss Bachelorette so that it can keep on going, then she can be able to lift these women out there and say, listen, you can. If she's saying I'm starting from 25 to 50, I don't care whether you are tall, short, or whatsoever, I want you as you are, then I am here to assist. So that's what she's doing for us. So the sponsorship, we need to sponsor 5,000 rand each of
finalist.
Yeah, each semi-finalist.
Oh, okay.
So what she said was, it doesn't have to be an organization that says, okay, I'll give you 5,000 rand. It can be somebody who said, listen, I've got 1,000 rand, we do have the banking details that you need to send the money through, and then to show that at least I've done my part.
Yes.
Because me as an individual as well, I would love to see Miss Bachelorette going, because it will help those kids out there, it will help those ladies out there to uplift their spirit and to know that, you know what, it's not about how you look, it's not about your age and whatsoever. You can still do it in life.
Okay, so where can we find the banking details? Is there, so maybe you can post them on your Instagram and Facebook, social media, because people obviously would like to know how they can fund this beautiful initiative. I absolutely love it. Please send my message to the CEO and tell her that I said she's doing a beautiful thing.
I will do so. Definitely, the banking details I will share, and then we will take it from there. Okay.
Thank you, Suzan. This was so lovely. All the best with this journey. I'm pretty sure that you're going to make it to the finalists. I'm absolutely sure. I mean, look at you. Look at this package. How old are you now, if you don't mind sharing?
Last week, Friday, I was turning 45.
Oh my goodness. And look at you. You are definitely taking the cup on this one. So thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for giving us your time at coming out unscathed. We wish you all the